You're watching KATV Channel 7, the spirit of Arkansas. This is Channel 7 News, live at 5.
A former Boy Scout leader from Lonoke will likely die in prison after admitting he raped 4 young scouts for more than a decade. Good afternoon to you. I'm Chris May.
And I'm Karen Fuller. For years, rumors of unthinkable crimes committed by Charles Jack Walls III circulated in the city of Lonoke. Today, Walls himself confirmed his guilt as he spoke to the court before receiving his sentence. Over the years, police say Walls may have abused as many as 50 boys, although he was only facing 6 actual counts of rape. Today, he learned his punishment: 4 life terms and 2 40-year terms in prison. After spending the weekend reviewing a file more than a foot thick, Judge Lance Hanshaw said today that sentencing Jack Walls was not difficult. A judge in Lonoke for the past 7 years, Hanshaw says he has sent more than a half-dozen young men who were victimized by Walls to prison. One of those victims is Heath Stocks. Stocks, as you know, is serving life in prison for killing his family 1 year ago. Stocks was one of several rape victims on hand for this morning's sentencing hearing. Family and friends of the victims packed the courtroom, wanting to see firsthand how this tragic case would end. Nearly all were satisfied.
The victims just want the state of Arkansas, they said, to know that they feel justice was done, that God's hand was on everyone that had anything to do with this case.
After the hearing, Stocks said that he thinks Walls deserves to die for what he did. Judge Hanshaw believes that Walls is at least indirectly responsible for what happened the day Stocks shot his family to death. But right now, there are no plans to reopen that investigation.
Dozens of families in Lonoke County placed their sons, young Boy Scouts, into the hands of Jack Walls. Imagine their horror as they learned that over the years, Walls had violated that trust and violated their sons. Friends and family of many of the victims filed into court. Having already admitted guilt, Walls arrived ready to be sentenced. After telling the court that he had confessed his sins to God and was ready to be sentenced, he was sentenced to 4 life terms and 2 40-year terms in prison.
We're satisfied. Yes, thank God.
We have seen justice, and now we have to start helping the victims rebuild their lives.
One of those victims is Heath Stocks. Stocks is serving life in prison for murdering his father, mother, and sister last year. Stocks claims Walls abused him for 10 years.
None of us can actually tell you what he's actually done to us inside our minds, the way we think, the way we feel and love. Nobody can tell you.
During the past 7 years, Judge Lance Hanshaw says he has sent more than half a dozen young men who were once abused by Walls to prison.